Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge.
All I got is bourbon.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it with 3 brands making some headways. Yes, making some headways. So 3 brands that are changing up a little bit. Really excited for today's episode. Quick update for the channel. Really excited. Actually, what was it? Yeah, just a couple days ago, myself and a few patrons, we did a, actually one of my patrons, John, we did a single barrel for the Judge community. We did a single barrel with copper and cask. Mwah! Absolutely amazing. It was a bourbon, but it tastes like an American whiskey in it. It was absolutely fantastic. So really excited for the Judge community from a single barrel perspective. But then more important, because that one we just picked a few days ago. More important, coming out Monday, 3:30, those 2 River Roots, aged 8 years and like 8 months, and then a Nulu, 9 years, 6 years in the first barrel, 3 in the second. Yes, really excited for the Judge community. We have a fantastic lineup of barrel picks coming out, so very excited. All right, so 3 brands making some changes that I am extremely excited about. 1 new brand to the channel, but 2 others that I've had on numerous occasions. Really excited for them. All right, so let's dive into it. First and foremost, Woodinville is back with a brand new bottle design. Yes, Woodinville is back with a brand new bottle design. So what I love about this is that, number one, they're kind of paying, if you look at it, very similar to the original bottle design, right? Same structure, pretty much same height. Yep, same height. And so forth. So, but what this new bottle design, what they're doing is they're essentially paying homage to the landscape of where their whiskey ages. So their whiskey ages in Quincy, Washington. So obviously kind of paying homage like to the terrain and so forth, as you can see by like the rough edges on the glass. I love this bottle design. I think it's really, really sharp. Again, same, let's call it size as the original one, but again, paying homage to like where they age their whiskey in Quincy, Washington, which, if you know, Quincy, Washington is known for obviously very hot summers, really cold winters. So again, it's kind of paying homage. The other thing I love about their bottle design is the fact that with Woodinville, now for their small batch, with this is a small batch bourbon, as well as a small batch rye, all of their products now have age statements on them. So even the small batch bourbons, in this case, says age 6 years. So you're going to see that going forward. Love Woodinville. They are, a special place in my heart. My first ever barrel pick. So I love Woodinville. So kudos to Woodinville for changing it up a little bit. Shout out to them. All right. That is Woodinville. On to the second brand, changing it up a little bit. So this is one I've actually heard about from some friends that live in the New England area. So if you ever watch the channel, I am a huge fan of craft distilleries. I've heard good things about this craft distillery from some friends that live in the New England area. So, hey, we're going to see. Cathedral Ledge was kind enough. They reached out as well. They're like, Judge, a lot of people stop in. We want to get you some samples. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, I've heard about it from some of my friends. I appreciate you sending over some samples. So we're going to dive into 3 different samples they gave us: a bottled and bond rye, a bottled and bond bourbon, and then a barrel strength bourbon. But let's talk a little bit more about Cathedral Ledge Distillery. So Cathedral Ledge Distillery is based in New Hampshire, right? Based in New Hampshire, family run. They opened back in like December of 2020. They've won actually a lot of awards. I looked them up, did some research on them. They won a lot of awards. Again, I have some friends that I know love their whiskey. Like a lot of other craft distilleries, they use a copper pot still. So they use a copper pot still, which is very cool. And the cool thing about Cathedral Ledge Distillery is the fact that they are very much focused on a couple things: grain to glass, but then also gluten-free. So what does that mean? They're very much focused from an organic standpoint, not using preservatives, using the best, obviously, grains that go into their mash bill. And they're also very much focused on sustainability. If you've ever been to the whole New England area, New Hampshire, where they are, Vermont, which I've been on numerous occasions, everyone up there is focused on sustainability, being organic. So I love the fact that they're doing that. I've heard their whiskey is that much better because they're using organic grains and sustainability efforts and so forth. But hey, the proof is in the pudding. We're going to dive into the whiskey. Is that fair? All right. Let's start with the rye. So this is a bottled and bond rye. They put all the notes on the back, by the way. This is a bottled and bond rye. So obviously aged 4 years, 100 proof. They use a char 3 and char 4 combo. So it's like a 2-barrel batch, if you will. And we got the mash bill on the back here as well. 54% Danko rye. That's pretty cool. It's a different rye type. So 54% Danko rye, 34% corn, and 12% malted barley. All right, let's dive into this one real quick. Ooh, funky. So I should mention availability. Obviously, a little bit harder to find if you're outside of the New England area. But if you're interested in trying them out, you could always go directly to the website. They actually do ship, which is very helpful this day and age. All right, $65 bottle for this one here. Age 4 years, 100 proof. Bottled and bond rye. Oh man, very nice nose. Extremely earthy. Very fragrant for it as well. So tons of like floral notes in there. So floral, very fragrant kind of for it, if you will. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of earthy. All right, here we go. Cheers to Cathedral Ledge Distillery. Cheers. It has that floral note is in there. It's not your traditional rye that, you know, most times when you have like a rye, even a bottled and bond, they're extremely like sometimes like pepper forward, peppery, sometimes like minty. This doesn't have like a lot of, I mean, it does have a smidge of mint, but it has more of like a softer, elegant floral note as a whole. At the end, I'm gonna rank, not so much rank, but I'm gonna tell you which one I think is the best. Is that fair? All right, we'll do that. So I like this a lot. Get another little sip. Very much floral, very soft. Some spice in there, but not a ton. A little bit of mint. All right, not bad at all. Let's get to. Let's move over to the bottled and bond bourbon. Age 4 years, 100 proof. Same char combo, char 3 and char 4, 2-barrel batch. The mash bill in this one. 69% corn, 19% rye, 12% malted barley, also $65 online. So both of these products, both bottled and bonds, the bourbon and the rye, $65 online. All right, Cathedral Ledge. Number 1 was pretty good. Let's keep going with these. I want to see which one is the best overall. Cheers to Cathedral Ledge. Interesting. That has it's almost like a charcoal kind of a note to it. It's obviously not Tennessee whiskey, but it does have like a charcoal kind of a note to it. Not bad. Let me get one more little sip of this. So age 4 years, 100 proof. It has a very peppery charcoal note to it, mixed in with a little bit of like some caramel, a little bit of vanilla. What's interesting about this, I did not expect to get like a peppery charcoal kind of a note. That has a very interesting finish to it. It's slightly like the finish is here and then it kind of fades off a little bit. I personally would prefer this one to have a little bit, probably a little bit more age in the, or I should say, letting the whiskey sit in the barrel. You can release it as a bottled and bond even when it hits like the 5-year mark, 6-year mark as well. Again, they've only been around since 2020. So I get the reason why it's still aged exactly at the 4-year mark. But I'm thinking this is missing just a little je ne sais quoi, just a little something. I think it needs a little bit more time actually in the barrel for the bottled and bond bourbon. All right. The rye is still pretty good though. I like the rye. All right. Now, let's go with the barrel strength bourbon. So this is the barrel strength bourbon. So it's 121.4 proof, 69% corn, 19% rye. Oh, same mash bill. 12% malted barley. So it's exact same mash bill as the bottled and bond bourbon, but it's cask strength at 121.4 proof, and MSRP online $75. Age on this one. So this is not a 2-barrel blend. This is cool, okay? Because a single barrel makes sense. So it's age 41 months. Char number 4. All right, here we go. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Here we go. Cheers. It reminds me of the second one. It has still like that peppery charcoal kind of a note to it. Peppery charcoal kind of a note. Which is very interesting for a New Hampshire, not Tennessee whiskey. It's not going through that charcoal filtration, but it has like a charcoal peppery kind of note to it. So for these three, before I get to the next brand, you might ask, Judge, are these a buy, a do not buy, or a split decision? I'm actually going to give these two a do not buy. I love you, Cathedral Ledge. I think, honestly, I think the world of you from a brand standpoint. I love the fact that you're focusing on sustainability and so forth. But I do think your bourbons need a little bit more time in the barrel. It's still a little grainy, still a little bit thin at the mid end of the palate. The rye, though, for being bottled and bond 4 years, where the bourbon was 4 years, the barrel strength bourbon was 3 years and I think 5 months. These two are a little grainy, a little bit earthy, a little bit just a little bit like young, honestly, from a youth standpoint. They're a little bit young. They need a little bit more time in the barrel, in my personal opinion. The rye actually is pretty good. So if I was a consumer saying, hey, you know what? I want to try a new brand for the first time, I would try the rye for sure. Fair? All right. Thanks, Cathedral, for sending over the samples. Really appreciate it. All right. The last brand changing it up. The last brand changing it up a little bit is going to be Appalachian Barrel Company. So Appalachian Barrel Company, I think I included them in an episode about maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. They are one of the hottest brands in the whiskey market today. So Jade, the owner, along with his brother and their other partner, they are just doing some special things, getting some special whiskey in. Again, they are an NDP, non-distilling producer, based out in Kentucky, but they're doing some special things. With that, the special thing that they just released this week is their brand new Black Gold Seam Series label. Yes, I'll find a picture. They gave me a little sample here, but it's their Black Gold Seam Series label. This just launched literally on Monday of this week. This is truly their top of the line product. So think top of the line in terms of for another brand. Think of Rare Character. This is their version of a Brook Hill. So Rare Character has Brook Hill. For Appalachian Barrel Company, this is now the new Black Gold Seam Series. Yes. So what makes it special? Older age whiskey, very premium, unique one-off barrel. So very unique one-off barrels that they're getting from different distilleries. They obviously are located in Kentucky and have a great influence on getting great barrels from certain distilleries. So older age, very premium barrels, and also one-off barrels as well. Now, the price on the brand new Black Gold Seam Series is definitely north of $300. Yes, I said it. You heard it right. North of $300. Anywhere from $300 to $350. So it is their top of the line product, similar to a Brook Hill. It's priced at that price point. But let's go ahead and get into this sample. So they sent me a sample. This is from their first batch, I believe it is. It's 123.3 proof, aged 9 years. We don't know which distillery it's from, but it's a source premium one-off unique barrel. Let's dive into this Black Gold Seam Series. Wow. Wow. The nose on this is fantastic. It's dark, very dark, brown sugar meets tons of a cherry note. It's brown sugar meets cherry, meets a chocolate kind of a note. Oh man, this is really nice. It's almost like a chocolate covered strawberry, almost in a way. It's like a chocolate covered strawberry in many ways. Tons of leather. Wow, this nose is fantastic. Has also a strawberry / meets a raspberry kind of a note to it. Wow, fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. Congrats to Appalachian Barrel Company on a brand new subdivision, top of the line product. Cheers to ABC. Cheers, Jade. Ooh, that is fantastic. Wow. That is a bold, complex, and wonderful whiskey experience. Let me repeat that. That is a wonderful whiskey experience. That is actually truly fantastic. Wow, everything that was in the nose matches the palate. It has a very long finish. I mean, it's still going down from a palate standpoint. Wow. It's still going down from a palate standpoint. I mean, it's just here and it's not moving. I still feel it. It is not moving at all. And I mean at all. Everything in the nose matches the palate. It has tons of like cherry, almost like chocolate covered cherries, chocolate covered raspberries, tons of leather. That's exciting. Woo! So, people ask all the time, Judge, is this a buy, a do not buy? If I see it on the shelf, do I just like leave it? I'm going to say this because this is important, all right? This is very important. If you have the cash, and a lot of people out there have the money, right? To me, this is absolutely worth it. Extremely expensive, and I get that, right? If you are on a budget, you may want to pass this up. You know, just put it on the side. But there's a lot of people out there that say, Judge, don't worry about me. I have the money. I'm doing well, right? There's a lot of people out there, they say it all the time. Like, don't worry about my budget. I have the money. If you have the money and you are looking for an exceptional barrel, a one-off barrel, if this is a representation of what's to come from Appalachian Barrel Company as it relates to the new Black Gold Team Series, that, my friends, is fantastic. Hey, cheers to Appalachian Barrel Company. Thanks for sending over this sample. Really appreciate it. Now I have to go out and buy a bottle. As we say in this courtroom, peace, cheers, most important. Salute. Take care. See you guys.